Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first. You talk about this Washington defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Throwing is Hurts. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Hurts. And this one is incomplete. The Eagles had 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Throwing for Smith on the outer, and it's caught. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Trying to finish off this opening drive from the 3. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First down, Brissett. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, something.
Second down, and this one incomplete as well.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Tressway on 4th down is sent out to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Returnable now for Allen. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Hey, easy, 63, pass. Pass.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this defense. They come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Fielded at the 20. They'll score down a 36-yard punt, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And Howe will throw it. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Howe, he'll look to throw it. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson, taken down at the 42. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Howell down to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Kendall Fuller, boy, no problems for him on that play defensively. Really nice tackle for loss. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey, 73.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They go play action with Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this? And now off to the races, down the right side. He's across midfield and finally brought down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Powell's throw complete to Dotson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
It's Howell with another throw. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. Gibson going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Flush to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sam Howell. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Count up, Yeti. 73. 73.
They're going to look to throw. This is Smith with a grab. 27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Hey, 73, 73. Alpha. Hey, Silver. No touch.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Aaron Siposs out now to punt on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. This one left side caught by Gibson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 59 yards. And the Commanders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Great.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field with Smith. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's another 1st down on a big gainer there, 33 yards.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps. It delivers a big play here for this offense.
But 1st down, Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Great.
Hurts. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
First down, Howell to throw. Out left to Dotson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Throwing here, Howell. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams
making their
at
final
the break.
halftime adjustments.
As we'll get you down
We're just
the
about
coast
ready to get back
Orlando
to
for
football.
Jonathan
So for the
Coachman
call
at
of the
REA
second
Sports
half, we
Halftime
get back
Report.
up to
Coach.
Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled into 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
63. Yo,
Play action. Here's Hurts. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Howell out of his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Silver, check. Hey! 73!
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got Smith here. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Alpha.
They go play action with Hurts. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
That's the Chase Young we all saw coming out of Ohio State, and no one's questioning the potential of the 2020 Rookie of the Year. The key for him, staying on the field. Health makes this a crucial year for his future in D.C.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays just like that one we saw there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Howell throwing on third down here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Defenses all over continue to be aggressive, and most people never turn down a shot at a deep ball. But oftentimes, it attracts a little bit of extra attention. And it did on that play, and that one got knocked away.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here's Allen. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll take this to the 46.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Tiger swamp, Tiger swamp. Hey, thumbs up, alert. Hey.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Nice run and some new digs for Swift, the biggest name to be dealt during this year's draft. Had some tough times in 3 years with the Lions, but the good news for him, he's now in Philadelphia and knows exactly how to get the most out of a versatile runner.
Crowd love Yetis. Crowd love Yetis. Hey, easy, 63, bang. Bang.
Throwing is Hurts. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. Second down, Howell now. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Howell's throw taken in by Samuel. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. On first down, Howell. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Hassan Reddick from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Here's a handoff to Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, here comes Swift. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A 58-yard attempt.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. This is 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd down. Howell to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Curtis Samuel. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there, It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
This definitely four-down territory at this point, but a critical third down here. He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he will have a Commanders 1st down, and that should just about do it. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. So victory here for the Commanders. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you